Be seated and switch off your mobile phones and maintain silence, please. Yeah, please switch off your mobile phone or make it in silence and kindly be seated. Kindly come on front rows, please. I request all the students to come forward. Kindly be seated. We have received our delegates. Kindly welcome our delegates with a big round of applause. Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to one and all. Please kindly be seated. We are about to start our inaugural session. I am Dr. Saida Hajra Fatima, Research Officer Pathology from NRIUMSD, Hyderabad. Alongside me is Dr. Abdul Rashid, Research Officer Chemistry, NRIUMSD, Hyderabad. We are honored to be your anchors for today's prestigious event. With immense pleasure, I welcome our esteemed guests, distinguished speakers, researchers, and participants who have gathered here for this event, as well as those who have joined online for today's event, Foundation Day of this institute, and National Seminar on Emerging Trends in Unani Fundamental Research, organized by National Research Institute of Unani Medicine for Skin Disorders, Hyderabad, under Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Today is a special occasion as we gather here to celebrate the foundation of our esteemed institute and also explore new advancements in Unani fundamental research through the seminar. Let us begin this prestigious event by extending a warm welcome to our esteemed dignitaries. I extend my heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, Dr. K. Jagannath Sir, President, Board of Unani Siddha, Sawarifa, NCISR on the dais. Sir, your leadership in field of traditional medicine strengthen the foundation of our research. It's a very warm welcome to you, sir. It's a prestige to have you here, sir. It's my pleasure to welcome guest of honor, Dr. J. Vasantrao, sir, Additional Director Unani, Department of Ayush, Government of Telangana. Sir, your presence signifies the unwavering support of the government in advancing Unani medicine. Thank you, sir. I extend my warm welcome to Padma Shri Dr. M. A. Wahid, sir, former Director, CRUM Hyderabad. Sir, your distinguished services to Unani medicine is a source of inspiration to all of us. It's a privilege to have you, sir. Now I request guest of honor, Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed, sir, former Director, CRUM Hyderabad and President, Pensioners Association of CRUM Hyderabad. Sir, your invaluable contribution to Unani research is exemplary. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our very own Director in charge, Dr. Yunus Munshi, sir, to come to our dais. Sir, your leadership and dedication continue to guide the Institute towards excellence. It's a great honor to have with us Dr. N. Zahid Ahmed, sir, Director General CCRUM, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, who has joined to online mode. We express our sincere gratitude to all our esteemed guests for gracing this occasion. May this seminar pave way for the groundbreaking discussion and advancement in Unani medicine. With this, let us begin the program with the recitation of few verses of Holy Quran, seeking the blessing of Almighty. And for this, I request Dr. Noman Taha, PG scholar, to come on the dais and recite few verses of Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى ألم يك نطفة من مني يمنى ثم كان علقة فخلق فسوى فجعل منه الزوجين الذكر والأنثى أليس ذلك بقادر على أن يحيي الموتى صدق الله العظيم. Does a person believe that they will be left to live without any responsibility to purpose? Was he not just a drop of semen that was emitted? Then he became a clot and created and shaped him perfectly. And he made from it two kinds, male and female. Is the one who did all this not capable of bringing the dead back to life? These verses remind us of the purpose of life, our humble beginnings, and undeniable power of Allah to create and reset. They encourage reflection on our origin and our accountability to the Creator. Jazakallah. Assalam.
Jazakallah khair, Dr. Noman, for this beautiful recitation. May this word guide us in our pursuit for knowledge and wisdom. Now, as a token of our respect and appreciation, we now proceed to felicitate our esteemed dignitaries with flower bouquet, shawl, and a memento. First, I'd like to invite our Director in charge, UNICEF Hamuchi sir, to facilitate our chief guest, Dr. K. Jagannath sir, with a shawl, flower, and bouquet. Sir, please. A big round of applause, please. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our director, sir, to felicitate Dr. J. Vasant Rao, Additional Director Imani for the Department of Ayush, Telangana, with the bouquet, shawl, and a flower. Thank you, sir. Now I request our director, sir, to felicitate Padma Shri Dr. M.A. Mahi, sir, with a bouquet, shawl, and a memento. It's honor to have you, sir. Now I request our director, sir, to felicitate guest of honor Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed, sir, with a bouquet, shawl, and a memento. Thank you so much, sir. Now it's a time to felicitate our esteemed director in charge, Dr. Iftikhar sir. And for that, I request Dr. Anwar Ahmad sir, Assistant Director Unani, to felicitate our director in charge, Dr. Iftikhar sir, with the bouquet to honor. With this, we conclude our felicitation ceremony. I once again extend my heartfelt appreciation to all the dignitaries on the dais and also all the participants who are presented here. Now, I invite our director in charge, Dr. Iftikhar sir, to deliver a welcome address. And before inviting him, I'd like to highlight a little portfolio of sir, as we usually don't require sir's portfolio because we know how capable sir and how much esteemed person he is to our institute. But still, I'd like to highlight some of the important achievements of Sir. Sir has done MD in Hamdard University, and Sir has joined CCRUM in 1993 as a research assistant, then elevated to research officer in 1996. Sir has worked in different capacity in CCRUM and presently heading NRIUMSD as a director in charge. Sir has completed various projects on clinical studies and different inorganic formulations. Sir has at least 5 papers accepted in different international conferences in Iran, Israel, South Korea, and USA. Sir has secured international travel grant to present paper in Santiago University, California, USA. Sir has published 18 papers in different national and international journals with index factor ranging from 10.17. Presented more than 35 research papers and invited talk in different national and international seminars and conferences. And Sir was awarded with Nishan-e-Sohrabi by Irani Medical Association of Hyderabad and Ayush Gaurav Award by IRES Kolkata. I request Sir to present a welcome address.
Respected Chief Guest, Professor Jagannathanji, respected Director General, I think he has joined. CCRM Dr. Zahir Ahmed sir, respected guest of honors, Dr. Vasant Rao ji, Professor Mushtaq Saab, Dr. Emil Saab, respected guests of the dais, my faculty members, colleagues, my dear students, good morning, assalamu alaikum, namaskar. I am privileged to be here in front of you, giving few glimpses of our institution and welcoming the guests on the dais. We know, being President Bus, how much busy schedule Professor Jagannathanji is having, which we witnessed just 2 months back while being here for 2 months, sitting over here and compiling all the syllabus, etc. Not moving a step outside the MSME. That proves your dedication and that proves how busy schedule you have. Despite that, you have spared some moments to be with us. We welcome you, sir, on behalf of our DG, on behalf of CCRM, and on behalf of NRIUMSD. We wholeheartedly welcome you. Then we have Dr. Vasantrao-ji, who has been nominated by her director, Madam, to be with us. I know you are having audits these days. That is why Madam was not available, but still, Vasantrao-ji spared some time to be with us. Although he is also busy in his own faculty. I visited twice there and his room was full packed, jam-packed there, keeping all these files and etc. Despite that, he is with us today. So we all also welcome you over here. Then we have our former director, Wahid Saab, who is Padma Shri also, being the chairperson of different committees in the Ayush Ministry, being very much busy in his own clinic also, to leave the patients at your clinic and being with us at this auspicious moment. We welcome you, sir, over here. We have Professor Mushtaq Saab with us. Although we think that he is not so much busy, but I know how much busy he is. He is taking the load of All India Unity Congress, the world's only organization of Unani medicine with that stature, as far as membership is concerned. All India Unity Congress is having, I think, members in thousands, and he's heading that also. He's heading the Pensioners Association. He's always in a legal battle with the government, with not on his own, but fighting for the people of Unani system, fighting for the people, fighting for the pensioners, fighting for the whosoever is concerned with the Unani medicine. There are a lot of, what I say, that lackinas regarding the medical reimbursement of CCRUM retirees, which is also pending in the court. Then if he has been working with Razzaq Saab for a long period, and he knows how the foundation of this institution was laid down and how this groomed up. This institution at this stature is not a day's or just one day work. This has come up for the last 51 years, 53 years, I think, 71 to 25. It is 54 years almost. For all these 54 years, the people who worked over here, our former directors, right from peon up to the highest level of the officer, and the DGs, directors at that time, who have worked tirelessly to bring this institution to this level. We have academia, research, and industry under one roof over here, and this is the only institute under the Ministry of Ayush which is having these three faculties under one roof. Till date, we have almost 72 students have graduated, post-graduated from here, and we have the employment rate of around 30%, who have got employment in different government and private organizations. During last 1.5 years since I joined over here, we have done MOU with 5 major institutions within the city, from CSIR, ICMR, NIPER, then MSME, etc. That's only for the collaborative research program, so that the Unani system will be taken forward at the level and in such a manner that it will be accepted globally. When our Honorable Prime Minister at the global level commits something from the Ayush, he knows that I have a force behind me, and that force is we people who are in the government sector. He believes that this force will deliver the things at the global level. And to come up to the global level, we are doing these MOUs so that the research is taken forward in such a manner that it is acceptable at the global level. During this 1.5 years, we have been able to renew an ABH accreditation. We have got an ABL accreditation for our labs. We already GMP certified manufacturing unit. And now we are trying for NABL certification for our drug testing laboratory also, which will be, I think, in 1 or 2 months, that also will be granted. We are trying to take this institution to such a level that if anybody graduates or postgraduates from this institution, he should not feel scarcity of the job, scarcity of the entrepreneurship outside. We have MOU with aniversary, and we are sending the students in just, I think, in the month of March. We are sending students to have entrepreneurship course training over there, so that after coming out of, they will not go to door that we don't have any job. They will create the jobs for the future generation. So with CCMB, we have the scientists over here. We have two projects which are going on with CCMB. Then we have 2 projects going on with NIPER. We have also projects going on with IICT. So to have a clear direction for the research in Unani medicine, for the Unani medicine in particular, and for the Ayush in general. We have been helping the BRKR Medical College, Ayurveda Medical College over here with our facility. They are taking advantage of our facilities. Nizamia College is taking advantage of our facilities. Now we have been approached by NRIUMSD Medical Heritage. They are starting PhD and they have approached us for collaboration in the PhD program. Even this institution has been approached by ESI Pharmacology Department to conduct the animal studies over here. So this proves the stature of this institution, that even modern science faculty are coming to us to have a collaboration so that they can utilize our facilities. So this was the brief about our institution. And one thing which not only here in Telangana, but throughout India, we are lacking, that those candidates who are completing D-Pharma in Unani pharmacy training, they don't get any recognition like we are getting the registration from the council. We are getting registration from the boards. They are being asked, when they go for the employment, they are being asked, where are you registered? Where is your registration? That is lacking, sir. I hope that BUS will take care of that, because there is always a pharmacy council for modern people. But our Ayush fraternity, I'm not talking of Unani, it is for the Ayush fraternity. We don't have any pharmacy council, nursing council. If BUS comes up with such things, I got the phone call from UP also, that I am being denied the job because of I don't have the registration of the pharmacy council. We don't have any Ayush pharmacy council. Sir, that is my request for that. And even once NCISM brought out the notification that every state will be having a council, Ayush council for registration. It was earlier, there is a Unani council in West Bengal, but none of the states came forward with formation of the council. That is also pending, I think so. Since the healthcare and management and licensing, other things are the state priority, but center can impress on them that to take care of all these things. Some states have left the Ayush at the back bench, and some states are very much coming forward with the different courses, different faculties for the Ayush. And it should be streamlined so that all the states come at one stage. For that, I request our Jagannathan sir to take care of all these things. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. Your leadership and vision for the institute is truly motivating. Sir, your hard work, your dedication, and your punctuality is very motivating, and we all get motivated by sir hard work. We also try to be like him and try to be punctual, dedicated, and hardworking as hardworking as sir is. And he is leading the institute in the right direction. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed sir to address the gathering. Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed sir doesn't need an introduction, but I'll give him a little introduction of him. Sir is a researcher, academician, and administrator. Sir has received BMS and MD degree from Aligarh Muslim University and joined the Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine in 1982 as an assistant research officer. Subsequently, sir, during the course of time, sir has been appointed as research officer in 1983, deputy director in 1994, and director of this institute in 2009. He served as a head at Regional Research Institute of Unani Medicine, Patrak, and Central Research Institute of Unani Medicine, Hyderabad. Sir has contributed in various clinical research studies on vitiligo, rheumatoid arthritis, viral hepatitis, sinusitis, and all other projects which were going on at the time. And sir has authored various research publications and presented various findings at national and international conferences in and outside the country. Sir has received several awards for his contribution in the field of research and teaching in Unani medicine, like Lifetime Achievement Award by Hakim Ahmad Ashraf Memorial Society and also by Unani Medical Association Hyderabad, an Appreciation Award for outstanding contribution in development of the Central Research Institute of Unani Medicine Hyderabad, and third Global Award by Hakim Ahmad Ashraf Memorial Society Hyderabad. After his retirement, Sir was appointed as Professor Unani Medicine Studies by Government of India to head Unani Medicine Chair in School of Natural Medicine, University of West Cape, Cape Town, South Africa, where he has served for 3 years. I request Sir to kindly address the gathering.
I begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most beneficent, compassionate, and merciful. Dr. Jagannathan ji, one of the presidents in National Commission for Indian Systems of Medicine, Dr. Vasantrao ji, Additional Director, Ayush, Government of Telangana, my dear to heart and near to soul friend, Dr. M.A. Wahid, Padam Shri, and a former director of this institute. Equally dear Dr. Ataullah Sharif, former director of this institute. Dr. Iftikhar Yunus Munshi, the deputy director and head of this institute, and inshallah, in due course of time, very soon, in near future, he will be the director of this National Institute of United States. The dignitaries of the dais, which include Dr. Arjana Jabi, the principal and assistant director in this institute, Dr. Kamruddin, professor in the Mawlijat, Dr. Nawab, Professor Dr. Anwar Ahmed, the assistant director, and many other dignitaries, others associated with this institute in one way or the other. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to be part of this function today for several reasons. The most important of these reasons is that I have been associated with this institute since 1982, and since 1982 till then, so many new things has happened not only in the institute, but in Central Council of Research in Unani Medicine on the whole. And I am witness to most of the developments in the council and in the government of India pertaining to the Ayush systems of medicine in general and Unani system of medicine in particular. Friends, as most of you know, it may not be out of place to mention here that when National Commission for Indian Systems of Medicine came into existence, the Unani system was neglected to the extent that there was no separate board of Unani system of medicine in the National Commission. We agitated, represented the government of India more than once. I personally, in my capacity as the president of the national president of All India Unani TB Congress, wrote to the Honorable Prime Minister, the Minister and the Secretary Ayush that there should be a separate board for Unani system of medicine under the Indian Council of and under this Central Council of this Indian medicine, what we call it, commission now. The Honorable Prime Minister was kind enough in referring our representations to the Secretary, the present Secretary, who called a meeting of the experts of Unani system of medicine and discussed the Ayush sector in its totality with the representatives, and I was one of the invitees in that committee. We vehemently, strongly, forcefully, and technically and tactically represented to the government that there must be a separate board of Unani system of medicine in National Commission for Indian System of Medicine, and we are assured that the commission, the process being dynamic, this is not static. What has happened once, it doesn't mean it will remain for all the time is there. It is a dynamic process, and inshallah in days to come, we may have a separate board for Unani system of medicine in the commission. But till then, the separate board comes to that. I am overwhelmed to say that Mr. Jagannathan, the president of the board, deals with the Unani system of medicine also, is doing better a job, possibly than a Unani medicine personality, Unani medicine academician, or Unani medicine researcher could have done for Unani system of medicine. Sir, we are thankful to you, and we hope that under your leadership in the National Commission, the interest of Unani system will not be neglected, but the interest will be taken fully care of, and Unani medicine, particularly Unani medicine education, will flourish and will be taken ahead, and we will take ahead of the times, inshallah, in the days to come. Dr. Yunus Iftikhar Munshi, you know, all of you, the day he joined this institute, he has been busy in promoting all the the activities of this institute to their fullest potential, and he's making it sure that this National Institute of Unani Medicine come to the level where now, so far, we were looking at others. We were looking at others to come to us and help us. But under his leadership, I'm sure the days are not far when others will look at us, and they would like us to go to them and help them to promote their institution, promote their science, to promote modern medicine, to promote modern science, and Unani medicine should take lead, and that lead will come from, that leadership will come from Dr. Iftikhar Munshi. The teaching faculty of this institute, right from Dr. Arjuna Jabin through Dr. Kamruddin, the Nawab, and all others, I don't want to mention everybody's name. This faculty, teaching faculty, is also doing immense of hard work, and the students are mostly satisfied with the present teaching faculty, and I hope that this teaching faculty will contribute in the promotion of teaching and education and research also in this institute, and they will not only that, they will help students to prosper and come up, but they will help themselves also, and they will inculcate more knowledge in themselves and will become better and better teachers in days to come. Friends, so many things has happened in this institute. The most significant thing, which in the last these 40 years, almost 40 years or 50 years, half a century, the most important thing which happened in this institute is that the postgraduate teaching component has been added to this institute. And as most of you know, I am proud and I am humbled also. I am humbled. Allah has given me that chance that this postgraduate teaching program this institute is my grandchild. Everyone knows it. And I have done everything possible. I have done so many things at the cost of my respect. When the university constituted an inspection team to see our working and to see our facilities, the committee was headed by principal of Nizamiya Tibbi College, but unfortunately that committee gave a report against us. I represented that against that report. Again, a committee the same committee was sent to review its findings. They came again to us, then again reported against us. At that time, the university told me, I remember a vice chancellor of the university told me, you do one thing, they have an objection that you don't have a teaching faculty. I told him, we have a teaching faculty. I showed him all that. They don't know, you present the teaching faculty in the next meeting. I invited the teaching faculty which we were to appoint in this institute from various institutes of the council. And our Dr. Munawar Sen Kazmi, who became finally the retired as director of the institute, I invited him from Bombay, and we paid him 20,000 rupees airfare because he was invited at the last payment from Bombay to Hyderabad. We exaggerated airfare. We paid him, and he came and be present in the teaching. In spite of that, the committee gave a report against us. I confronted that report, represented the university. I found the discrepancies in the first and the second report. And on those discrepancies, I represented the university. I met the vice chancellor, and my chancellor was kind enough in disagreeing with the report and allowing us the agreement. In spite of two reports against us, we were allowed application with the university. Then we did so many other things. Then unfortunately the secretary changed. The secretary was not interested. I continuously, not less than twice or thrice in a year, I used to write to the secretary, Minister of Ayush, for this, and at one stage of time, the secretary was overwhelmed with our performance and all that. Then when I wrote him a letter, then he called at that time the advisor who held the additional charge of the Director General of Central Council Research. He called him, told him, what is this letter all about? He has written that he has been representing the government many a times. Why this has not been taken care of? Then he said that we are ready. If you allow us, we will start the postgraduate. He told him now, when I will be going to Hyderabad to inaugurate this molecular research lab in this institute, when we will go in there along with the minister, that I will declare at that time that we will have next year we will have postgraduate teaching program in the institute. And he proved to his word when he came here. Dr. Aniversary was there in that meeting because Dr. Aniversary is one of the founding fathers of that molecular research laboratory institute. And then in his presence, in front of all others, he declared that this institute will have a postgraduate teaching facility from the next year, and it happened. But unfortunately, I have an objection, and what should I say? I have a complaint. When you celebrate your postgraduate teaching program on annual basis, you invite so many people. You invite Nizamiya Tibbi College, who were all against us, but you failed to invite. I registered my complaint. With all force at my command. I registered this complaint. You should never forget a person who has been instrumental to see that the institute has a postgraduate teaching program. You personally know it. I prepared the DPR for the PG program. Not only for this, for the PG program of your regional section Institute of Unani Medicine, Srinagar also. And after that, these PG programs started in this institute and that institute also. Anyway, this came by the way in my mind. I had no idea to mention it, but by making it in mind, I mentioned it. It has pained anybody here. I'm sorry for that, and I never need to give any pain to anyone, including Dr. Yunus. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, Foundation Day, particularly, I have spoken on several occasions about the founder, the first and the founder director, Hakim Mohammad Razzaq of this institute, as a the first of the Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine. As a matter of fact, if Hakim Mohammad Razzaq were not there at that time, Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine would not have come to existence. It is because of his personal interest and his personal, what should I say, his personal capacity, his personal efforts, and his personal genius that this council came into existence, and it was on the basis of his persons and persons of all others associated with him in various capacities in the governing body, in the scientific advisory committee, that the government under the then health minister, Mr. Razzaq, agreed that there must be separate research council for all systems of medicine. So let them prosper and progress and get promotion according to their own genius. And then the Central Council for Research in Indian Medicine, Yoga and Naturopathy was split by an order of the Honorable Minister into 4 different research councils. One of them was Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine. And since then, we have not learned, we have not looked back. With every passing day, with every passing year, the Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine is progressing day by day, and now it has come to a place where it is the force of the knowledge it has created. Force of the knowledge, it has spread and it has assimilated not only in this country but above the boundaries of this country also, which is that force of the knowledge and the research findings that Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine is being recognized, one of the pre-research organizations of this country, particularly in the field of immune systems of research. We should all we pray to Almighty Allah for admission of that great soul in Jannah, and for all of us to be healthy and prosperous in days to come. With these few words, I would take leave of you because I do not waste much of your time. We are already late, and there are dignitaries on the dais who have to speak to us, and we are all anxious to listen to him. What advice they will give all of us necessary for the promotion of Indian systems of medicine in general, Unani system of medicine in particular, CCRUM in particular, and this institute on the priority. With these few words, I take leave of you and thank the organizers of the event, Dr. Yunus Munshi in particular, for inviting me and giving me the opportunity of speaking before this intelligent audience and then expressing my views on the occasion. Thank you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So thank you for your enlightening speech. Our institute is always in depth for your work towards development of our institute, especially initiation of PG college. Our PG faculty and students are always in depth for your contribution, sir. And we always need a strong voice like your voice at the ministry level, at the NCSM level, for the development of Unani fraternity at large, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I'd like to request Padma Shri Dr. M.A. Vahis sir for the address. Dr. M.A. Vahis sir need no introduction. Padma Shri itself is a big achievement for him. Sir has graduated in Unani Medicine from Osmania University and acquired clinical research training in University of Los Angeles, California, and AIMS, New Delhi, and KEM Medical College, Mumbai. Sir has been conferred with a prestigious Padma Shri by President at Rashtrapati Bhavan for his exceptional contribution in the field of Unani medicine 2017. A leading researcher in Unani medicine, Sir has served as a head of Central Council for Research in Unani medicine under CCRUM, Ministry of Ayush. Sir was the chairman of Scientific Advisory Committee of CCRUM, was a chairman of Pharmacopoeia Committee and member of governing body of CCRUM, and also a member of various committees of Ministry of Ayush. Sir has published over 33 research papers at national and international journals and presented over 64 papers in national and international conferences. He delivered more than 133 lectures at various scientific platforms. Sir has published monographs on vitiligo, written monographs on hepatitis, sinusitis, and written 4 drug dossiers on vitiligo. Sir is a recipient of numerous awards and honors. He has been conferred with Standing Contribution Award by CCRUM, prestigious Best Scientist Award by AIMS in 2014. Best Scientist Award for overall best performance by Department of Ayush in 2005. He is also a recipient of first Hakim Ajmal Khan Global Award, Hakim Ahmad Ashraf Global Award. Sir, I request you to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you for introduction. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dr. K. Jagannath Rao ji from National Commission for Indian Systems of Medicine. Dr. Vasanth Rao ji, the Additional Director, Department of Ayush, Government of Telangana, and Superintendent, Nizam General Hospital, Hyderabad. My intimate friend, Dr. Mustaq Ahmed, the former head of this institution. And the present director, Dr. Yusuf Mushi Saab, another very good friend, Dr. Atal Sharif Saab, the other dignitaries from the Indian Systems of Medicine, the state Ayush, and the CCRUM, the teachers, students, ladies and gentlemen. I was just listening to my friend Dr. Mustaq Ahmed, who's a very good speaker, very good advocator, really has represented not only the system, this institute, but he has represented the humanity of the pensioners to the different platforms. That is something very important. Why I said the humanity of the pensioners, after the, I'll go with the slogan of the emerging trends in the uranium fundamental research. When we talk about the fundamental research, the biological change start declining at the rate of 1% from the age of 30. Probably are down with the 40 years of age. Then you are down only with the 10% with your biological age, but which is unnoticed. But you are down with 30% probably by the time you become a 60 and get retirement of this, and your pay go off, and your susceptibility to get the disease goes up. And when you are denied the medical facility to the people, it really against the humanity. So he is the representative of the humanity and fighting for that. My dear friends, as all of you know that the Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine under the Ministry of Government of India is an apex organization which is catering the research of Unani system of medicine, including the applied research, fundamental research, botanical research, literary research. But the cream of the entire essence is a clinical research. And we always talk, the government of India has declared the Unani Day on 11th February and being celebrated across India, which enjoys the government patronship, the ministry patronship. We have a conference, international conference on Unani medicine in Delhi on 11th and 12th. His Excellency, Her Excellency, the President of India is inaugurating that. But this is 11th February is declared with the relevance of the birth anniversary of Hakim Ajmal Khan Sahab. He was the scientist who has given a new life to the Unani system of medicine, a new identity to the Unani system of medicine. But all of us know that he was a freedom fighter, he's a politician, he was a good speaker, he was heading the various institutions, he was the head of the Hindu Mahasabha those days. And in spite of that, he was a very good physician, he was very good clinician. But his contribution towards the development of the system was the development of the molecules with the help of a chemist, which was derived out of the Rolfia serpentina, 3 molecules. And after that, the government of India, the Indian government was exporting Rolfia serpentina to the Western countries, and a big chunk of the foreign amount comes to us, exchange. But that is something very important. But at the same time, the renaissance of the United system of medicine through the clinical research. That was a drug research. And the most important to create 2 things. One is the effectiveness of the drug, and second thing, the safety of the drug. As a researcher, when you talk to us, as a clinician, you talk to us, as a teacher, if you talk to me, as a student, you talk to me, it's always not the effectiveness of the drug, it is the safety of the drug. If you have a wonderful drug to tackle the Alzheimer's, if you have a wonderful drug to tackle the AIDS, if you have a wonderful drug to tackle the various diseases which are caused by the viruses, deadly virus. But the drugs are not safe. You cannot be employed to the human beings. They are not the guinea pigs. The safety is more concerned. That is, the safety is a part of the clinical research. And Hakim Muhammad Abdul Razzaq Saab, the founder director of the Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine, is the forefront leader in the Indian, not only within the India, but in abroad, where the United system of medicine being practiced and recognized by the World Health Organization. He was his foresight, he was a versatile genius. When he has become a founder director of the Central Council for Research in Unani Medicine, he has taken the people on board. The top brains, top minds from the general medicine, the clinical pharmacology, the Unani medicine, names like Hakim Tayyab Saab, Shakil Shamshi Saab from the United System of Medicine, the stalwarts of the Unani System of Medicine. R.D. Kulkarni from the Grand Medical College, Bombay, another professor from the Madras Medical College. Many more, they were the people who took the designing and planning of the clinical research and imparting training to the researchers. Most of the people from our institution got training in the PGH Chandigarh, Grand Medical College, King Edward Medical College, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, many more institutions, premier research institute of the clinical research within the India and outside the India. The purpose of it's not to take those people to plan, but it is to implement the plan and cater the needs of the clinical research. People were picked up, people were trained in clinical pharmacology and taken it forward. And now, because of this clinical research, generating the data of the safety and the effectiveness of the drug, and the more important, if you create a data and you do the research, you get it published, you get an award, that is something but you need to do interface with the industry, and that has to reach to the ailing masses at large. If you are failed to that, probably you are not done anything, because everything is documented and just kept over here. That has not reached the fruits of to the ailing masses. So he has initiated the activity of with the interfacing with the industry in order to get it manufactured and reach to the masses at large. So we have to create awareness about Hakim Abdul Razzaq Sahab. He was the former director of this Council Central Research Institute of Unani Medicine. This institute is the establishment is a brainchild of Dr. M. Razzaq. And my dear friends, as we all know that we are celebrating today is a seminar on fundamental research. Fundamental research. We all know or talk about the akhlaq and mizaj. I'll give a very little glimpse because my teachers are over here, my students are over here. They may be knowing more about that. They may be talking too frequently than me into the various platforms and teaching to their students, conducting the discussions, CMA programs by the National Commission personnel. But dear friends, the important thing of the fundamental is research in Unani medicine is we all know that fundamentally we have a different temperament. Everyone has a different temperament. Could be divided into 4 different, but nobody is perfect. But nobody is deviated very largely, but very closely associated with that. Could be a Safravi, Sabdavi, Balgami, or Damvi. But deviated towards little. At the same time, when you talk about the genes, 99% of the people, our genes are similar. Ahsan Allah Ta'ala is Ahsanul Khaliqin, has created us, created similarities among all of us. In spite of the 99 similarities, 1% dissimilarity among us, that one can feel. And all of us know that when we talk about the fundamentals of the research in Unani system of medicine, rather the fundamentals of Unani medicine, when we talk about the temperament, when we talk about the akhlaq, these are the physical characteristics one can feel. One can know in day-to-day activity of an individual. When you interrogate with the patients or are the healthy subjects, then probably when you document and disseminate the knowledge, you easily derive the particular temperament. But laboratory implications of it, then probably that will give the significance of the Unani system of medicine in describing a particular temperament and particular misaj and akhlaq dominant of an individual is something very important. As we always talk, as an identity factor which you go to the places to get it done, the blood grouping. You know, blood grouping is, many people may have, but is a significant and a particular thing with regard to an individual. At the same time, a day will come when we study these genome studies. Then the day will come, we will correlate with this temperamental theory and we'll give an identity code with a dominant human temperament and akhlaq dominant to an individual within not only in India, but across the world, in all human beings. And we recently have the new entry of the researchers induction program. We had a function over here. The Director General was also over here. The Joint Secretary from the Ministry of Ayush was over here. For young birds, my advice is to work. The quantum of work is not important. The quality of the work is important. And you know, the quality of the work, for that, you need to pose your question. I always speak about these few words, very common. So you need to pose a question to yourself, what you are going to do, why you are going to do, how you are going to do. That all decides your aim, your subject, your how to do, your procedures, and why to do. That is something very important. Why I wanted to do this. Well, for example, a certain knowledge has been created and a particular disease with respect to the particular treatment. Then is this sufficient or any further study has to be done? That gives an idea, the essence of the work. That gives an idea to think of that and design your study for the further gives new rays of hope to that. Since this institute is imparting the post-graduation studies, we don't have a UG over here, but you have a PG over here. I expect from the researchers, those who are pursuing their post-graduation over here, then do the continuity of the work. Provided you take one subject and do it as a next level study has to be done. For example, you are doing in the knowledge of general medicine, you are doing a clinical research studies, then same pharmacology studies can be done, cell culture facility. Madam from CCMB over here, then probably we can take the collaborations, we can do it. And when you decide that, see that you can do on the most important, very significant parameters. That is something very important. I'll give an example of it. Once you do a research over here, you can create the data and you can get a published that paper and you get a credit to it. That is something very important. And you have, when you get it printed, then probably that will reach and that will serve as a dissemination of knowledge to the people, and that reach to the global population, the scientific, rather this global scientific population. But you know, when you do on specific parameters, then that can serve the requirement of the regulatory agencies, global regulatory agencies like World Health Organization. So always necessary to work on study of biomarkers. This is the era of the biomarkers. You need to study of the biomarkers. Why I said of the biomarkers, even the USFDA has given to study the biomarkers and get your studies or your drug approved, so that can reach to the global population. Why it is important? See, the difference between the modern medicine and the Unani medicine is, or the Ayush systems of medicine is, modern medicine works only on a single molecule. For example, one particular antibiotic, one particular analgesic, one particular antioxidant drug. But Unani medicine or allopathic medicine, the Ayush, any Ayush systems of the medicine are the compound formulation, and each formulation, each herbal drug has many molecules into that. And when you have a compound polyherbal formulations, then there are many compounds which may be acting, for which you cannot do the ADSD studies. So kinetics cannot be done. AD studies are nothing but the pharmacokinetic studies. Kinetic studies are very difficult to know that molecule into the serum of the blood patient when you get advocating the drug. But you know, as a physician, you know that when you are applying a particular formulation to the patient in the treating the particular ailment, that makes some biological change in the body, relieving the symptoms of the particular disease. So that is the effect of the drug. That can be monitored by study of those biological markers, biological change, which reflects through the biomarker markers, that is again specific biomarker. There are certain non-specific biomarkers which may not work at all. The era of the specific biomarker, and that should reach. And once you do it, then probably it can submit it to that. Those inspectors will guide you what are the deficiency of the work, where is the efficiency of order, where you stand forward, where there's a lagging, then that gives an essence of idea that probably you can improve yourself. As a student, even if you complete, by the time you get their comments, okay, but the next batch can take up further. So that is something important in creating the evidence-based data in the United System of Medicine that will help not only individual level getting the publication, but the dissemination of knowledge to the popular and recognition of the United System of Medicine at the global level. So that is the need of the hour. And my dear friends, I know the many platforms people talk about an integrated approach. There's a need of an integrated approach. I'll give an example. I'll give the diabetic mellitus. Diabetes, surprisingly, India is becoming the capital of the diabetes. And since we hail from Hyderabad, the Hyderabad is becoming the diabetic capital of India. You know, in spite of the well-documented drug in the modern system of medicine, in spite of the infrastructure of tertiary, primary, secondary, third, tertiary hospitals, in spite of the good technical people like general physicians, endocrinologists, they are not able to contain and control the diabetic complications. India is diabetes is a leading cause for the blindness, cardiovascular complications, cerebral complications, fatty degeneration of the liver, which has a lot of compromise with the quality of life, neurological complications, diabetic foot, and renal complications. And not only the India, but the entire country, not only the world countries are facing and have a burden and a financial burden in treating and tackling these foods. You know, the bringing down the blood sugar, elevated blood sugar level is not the answer for the diabetic management, because they are prone to develop into the complications of the diabetes, long-term complications. So United System of Medicine has a good drug to tackle all these complications. Could be a cerebral, could it be a cardiovascular, could it be a neurological complications. Peripheral neuritis is one complication that can be very easily tackled. So a drug can be developed, it can go as an adjuvant drug to treat the diabetes as well as to curtail down the complication of the drug in order to improve the quality of life of the patients. That is something very important. Then who else will do? We have a research platform at the Central Council for Research Unani Medicine. We have a research place for people. We have a molecular biology lab. We have a preclinical lab. We have two things now. Dr. Ghulam is heading for that. Pharmacology lab and cell culture facilities over here. We have a full-fledged clinical facility lab, which is also upgraded over here. And make use of these, number one. Number two, when you are not able to answer your all the research questions through this lab, probably you can seek the collaborations. This the present DG is a proactive in seeking the many collaborations and probably bringing the research platform for you. So open the doors of the various research institutions in order to tackle their expertise and the facility which they have. So you can always go and work with them. So these are the things we need to keep in mind and go ahead with that in order to develop the Unani system medicine as a full-fledged system of medicine for primary, secondary, and tertiary care, not only with the Indian population, but across the India. For the across India, you need to develop the scientific relevance of every study which is being done over here. With these words, I'm really thankful to my friend Dr. Iftikhar Yunus Murshid and equally Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed Saab. He was very proactive over here, very active, still active. बूढ़े तो हो गए हैं, मतलब बालों से तो दिख रहा है, लेकिन दिल से बहुत जवान है. पहले अभी कुछ दिन पहले उनका दिल जरा रुक रहा था, तो एक थोड़ा अच्छा स्टिमुलेट दे दिया, so that we wanted to make him more younger and younger. He's a very good friend of mine. We enjoy a very good friendship. Dr. Razzaq Sharif Saab is an evergreen hero. Then we have other my younger friends over here on off the dice. Please take care that system has to flourish. When you survive and you create a platform, then next generation you train people, then system will survive through this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Your speech has shed light on crucial aspects of Unani clinical research as well as fundamental research. We are always grateful for your expertise and insights, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. J. Vasant Rao, sir, for his address to the gathering. Sir has done BMS from Osmania University and has done his MD in Unani Medicine from NRIUMSD University of Health Sciences. Sir was first appointed as a medical officer, subsequently has been promoted as Chief Medical Officer, then Superintendent of Government Nizamia General Hospital, and then Regional Deputy Director of Hyderabad Region. Presently, sir is working as an Assistant Director Unani in Department of Ayush, Government of Telangana. Sir, please go.
Good morning, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, today's chief guest and guest of honor, Sri K. Jagannatham Garu, President, Board of Unani Siddha and Saurikpa, NCISM, and the Director, NRIUMSD, Eragada, Dr. Iftikhar Munshi Sahib, and former Director and Padma Shri awardee. He is proud to all Ayush systems, Wahid Sir, and another former Director, Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed Sir, who is firebrand for giving speeches and sharing knowledge to each other. And as you know, today we are met on the occasion of birthday of former and founder director of CCIM, Dr. Abdul Razzaq Saab, celebrated as Foundation Day of this institution. His hard work and has made us proud to be established such a great institution here. May God bless his soul and all his family members for his hard work. And as well as today celebrating National Seminar on Emerging Trends in Unani Fundamental Research Work. This type of works are enhancing and enthusiastic to all PG scholars and junior doctors for exchanging knowledge of the experts and legends of Unani system. They are the experts touring all over India to popularize our Unani system. We ever thankful to the legends and experts. In these days, since last 10 years, our system is more and more popularizing. After the assuming charge of Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who formed a separate ministry for ICE system. Since then, we are getting more funds to all systems, particularly Unani system also, as well as Government of India, Ministry of Ayush, our Telangana government also supporting our Unani system of medicine. Recently, Telangana Chief Minister Honorable Shri Revanth Reddy ji sanctioned 50 crores, 52 crores for our Unani system, particular Nizamia Tibbi College and General Hospital for upgradation and restoration of our heritage buildings. And also our health minister's hard work and recommending our chief ministers are also Shri Revanth Reddy ji sanctioned and permitted to recruit 69 medical officers on permanent basis. They have given notification. So within 1-2 months, they may be selected. Already work is going on. So in these circumstances and these developments, we are thankful to the governments and feel proud to be the Unanians. Why? Because by the Government of India and Government Telangana, both are encouraging our systems. Formerly, one more thing I want to tell. In my early posting, I was appointed as a Assistant Research Officer in Clinical Research Unit, Burhanpur, Madhya Pradesh. I worked 3 years in there. After appointing medical officer in my own state in Telangana, formerly Andhra Pradesh, I came here to join. So whenever I come here, I remember my olden days. 1985, 86, 87. I worked as an assistant research officer. So I think in my view, this is very useful for going research, knowledge exchanging, and our present director, Dr. Iftikhar Munshi sir, is very hard worker, hard director who is not hesitate to go anywhere, to popularize our system as well as this institute. He is attending some programs in college, hospital, and frequently met with our directors of Ayush also, Government of Telangana directors. He never hesitated to go anywhere. Some more program is going to be attend on the occasion of Unani Day, I think. So I thankful to the Iftikhar Munshi Sahib for inviting me. Actually, I want to tell Dr. Iftikhar Munshi sir invited our Honorable Director Srimati Chittem Lakshmi, Director IAS Garu, but due to meeting in Secretariat, she ordered me to attend on behalf of her. So, on behalf of our Director Madam, I congratulate and best wishes to the organizers for good success and giving me this opportunity. I congratulate organizers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. And I also thank Mrs. Srimati C. Lakshmi Madam. Even though she will not attend, she has sent her representative on behalf of her. And we are very grateful for you, sir, joining this event. Now, moving forward to a significant moment of today's event, that is release of profile of our institute. This profile showcase the institute journey, achievements, and contribution to Unani medicine.
May I now request Dr. Professor Kamaluddin sir to please join onto the dais for the release National Research Institute of Urinary Medicine for Skin Disorders profile with all the activities and achievements of this institute. I request all the dignitaries to do the honor by releasing the institute profile. Please give a big round of applause for the members.